Meow. Hello everyone. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. I'm a little nervous. I think that'll be better later. Hey, 0900. Hello. I hope you're well. Yeah, ramble time. So yeah, today I wanted to have a little chat with all of you. Talk about what's been going on lately. What's been happening with me. Because I feel like I've said some stuff, but I haven't really give it a full story. So I'd like to do that now. Before we start, this is going to be probably going to be a real ramble. So don't really expect too much. I've got a list of things I wanted to talk about. I'll try to get it done, but yeah, it's probably, I don't know. I'm really bad at I'm talking inconsistently. Hello, confession. I hope you're okay. I'm also a little nervous. A little bit of warning is that I am. Hello, Thyroid. I am going to talk about some pretty serious stuff. If you're not comfortable with that, then feel free to take a leave and be sure to join the YouTube stream, which will happen tomorrow. I'll send a link already. It's public now. Because then we'll be playing some Slay the Spire and we'll just be hopefully relaxing. So I think I'll start with my physical health. Because that's what mostly been affecting the streams lately. Because alright, let's see. So yeah, let's get started. So a couple weeks back, 26th October, I had to do some surgery. I had to remove my wisdom teeth. Oh, I wanted to prepare a picture, but I must have forgotten it. But yeah, normally teeth are vertical in your mouth. One of my wisdom teeth was horizontal. So the dentist was like, "No, that isn't good. You're going to have to remove that." So I had surgery for that. Surgery itself went okay. And I did have a little bit of a panic attack during the surgery. More on that later. But yeah, I had a struggling with recovery. Been sick 4 days. Really painful tooth. Thank you, Psyche. And ow. Sorry. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so recovery was really hard. I'm very tired. So even though I wanted to stream, I couldn't really stream, fortunately. Yeah, it got me going to take a shower. That will be a bit. You're still live later, I'll join. Thank you. So yeah, that's been going on recently. Been struggling with recovering for the whole surgery. Let me tell you, it's really hard. Was really hard to eat anything. I did lose a lot of weight. So yeah, I dropped. I dropped a whole kilogram in a week, or a couple days. I don't remember. Let's see. Yeah, I lost a kilogram in 3 days. So yeah, that's not good since I'm already underweight. I'm currently 48 kilograms, while I'm 170 centimeters. Yeah, wisdom teeth removal. That's a BMI of 17, which is underweight. Yes, I'm 48 kilograms. Uh, I have been gaining weight again lately. So it's going the right way again. It's just been a minor setback for the surgery. But yeah, that's surgery in a nutshell. I don't really know what else to say about it. A lot of sleeping during recovery. Just chip half my foot. Yeah, that's yeah. Also, my sleeping schedule has been really changed lately. Because like I said, late in the last couple streams, things are going better. I wouldn't take it too far. I haven't really come into my mental health yet, and that's the bigger issue. Um, yeah, my sleeping schedule has changed. um, so partly due to like the summertime ending. But that doesn't explain all of it because usually I used to go to bed at around 10 p.m. Wake up at 6:30 to 7 p.m. No a.m. not p.m. I don't sleep for that much. Even though I'm a sleepy little angel. Um. But lately I've been going to bed at like 7:30 to 8 p.m. and waking up at 4:30 to 5 a.m. Which is quite a bit of a difference. 2 hours. At least the hours I sleep are the same. I've been having a little bit of sleeping issue, like waking up in the middle of night. But mostly fine. But now it's time to move on from my physical health and talk about the mental health, which is um not not getting that much better. And so yeah. If you remember in August, I did a Subnautica Below Zero stream. The last stream of that game I did. And you may recall, if you were there, me saying that I was going to commit suicide. Suicide, and that would be my last stream. But well, I'm still here, as you can clearly see. So yeah, I did actually attempt suicide. I have already attempted suicide a couple times before that. I didn't succeed. Can tell. I'm unfortunately still alive, even though I'd still much rather be dead right now. Yeah, I've been extremely suicidal throughout July and August. I I've had moments where I've been less suicidal lately. Also been falling back on suicidal tendencies. So yeah, So let's start over there. Yeah, quite a while back, I sent like a little PDF talking about things that were going on. Yeah, basically how I was extremely depressed and anxious, how I had panic attacks, and those are still very much here. Like I said, I had a panic attack during the surgery. So yeah, it's a little hard to describe what happens during such a panic attack. I get extremely anxious, first and foremost. I want to scream things like no, go away, and stop. I'm sorry. Those are the things I most commonly shout. You may have actually heard me shout those things randomly during streams. And that's a sign of a panic attack coming up. I've had to pause several streams because of panic attack. Yeah, I feel like there's someone else with me. Someone that wants to take control of me and wants me to do horrible shit, or wants me to really like say rude things, like even to chat. And like sometimes this thing pins me to a wall or floor. I broke a little something of mine. Yeah, that's also the thing I shout no and go away to. It makes, sometimes it feels like it hurts me or takes pain upon me. So if I do end up suddenly pausing a stream, there is a chance that it could be due to a panic attack. That's always fun. Yeah, I struggle a lot with anxiety too. I don't really know what I have. More about it later. Let's just go through all of it in chronological way. So hello, Lola. I saw your message. I just didn't want to interrupt. My train of thought. All right. So, let's just start at because at that point my mental health was deteriorating a lot. Yeah, I started to feel extremely depressed and extremely lonely too. may have already said a couple times here how lonely I am. I don't mean to guilt you into being here. Don't be here just because I'm lonely. Okay, only be here if you want to be here. If you want to have fun. Okay, promise. I need some water. I didn't prepare anything. All right. So yeah. Like July, August, I felt extremely suicidal. I Yeah. Okay, so a little bit. Ugh, sorry, I'm super rambly. Ugh, I hate this about me. Um, so a little bit earlier, I was talking to my doctor and said like basically I'm not doing good mentally. I've been struggling a lot with depression and mood, and like I'd like to get mental health help. So they they tried at first to send people into a particular mental health institution. Um, they rejected me for being quote unquote too depressed. They basically told me like we're not able to help you. You're too much of a issue for us. Which on the one hand, thank you for not wasting my time. On the other hand, not really something you'd like to hear. You're trying to get help. So yeah, my doctor tried all the stuff. They got me into a different mental health institution, but they had a really long waiting list, so I had to wait for quite a while. This physician also gave me some antipsychotics, I believe. I don't quite remember the name. That doesn't matter. Okay, so I was taking those in June, July. And that's also that's also when my suicidal ideations reached an all-time high. Uh, so that's when I started doing actual suicide attempts. I So yeah, I said that to my doctor, and they said let's not do that medicine anymore. And then they started to try and get me into the crisis department of the mental health institution I was at, because I was repeatedly attempting suicide. Like on the one hand, I did intend to die, and I didn't want to do it. But like the methods I used, at a very low chance of actually succeeding, which may be part of the reason why I'm still here. I'm not going to go into detail as to what those attempts were. Partly due to Twitch not liking that. I need to be careful. So yeah, during that time my weight dropped a lot. I was increasingly dissatisfied with life. I was counting down the days until I was going to die. So they did get me into a crisis department, because I said to my physician that I was planning on killing myself on a specific date. So yeah, I got into crisis department thanks to my doctor, and also thanks to 113, which is the Dutch suicide prevention. I've talked to them quite a bit those months. They also offer some therapy for helping with not committing suicide. So if you live in the Netherlands, then 113 is a really good source. If you don't live in the Netherlands, then maybe they can help you, but you're probably better off searching other stuff. I know there's an international suicide prevention thing. Let's see. I don't remember the name off my head, and I don't have any experience with them. I can't say that if they're good or not. So take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, there's plenty of suicide preventions in whatever countries. And yeah, I feel like 113 has been a positive experience for me. And they may have helped getting me into the crisis department. Partly due to the doctor, partly due to them as well. So yeah, there I kind of did my story about what's been happening with me and why I was going to kill myself. And they helped me get through a couple days. So yeah, they helped me get through the most what? Sorry, I thought I heard something. They helped me get through most of the most difficult days. And the crisis department I got into was the same institution that I was on the waiting list for. So from the crisis department, I eventually got transferred over to like the regular department, and that's basically where I am now. I have cognitive behavioral therapy twice a week. It's a group session. We're there with a couple others. Can't share anything about them. That's part of the rules of the group therapy sessions. So yeah, they help me get my thoughts and feelings in order, basically. And while I help a little, I'm not quite sure of the effectiveness. I have been into therapy twice before, and the first one was okay, and right now we're mostly repeating some stuff I've already learned in that session, so bit of a minus. Because on the one hand I already know all the stuff and question how much I'm really learning from it anymore. But also, it's helping me actually. It's helping me be active with the actual things instead of just having it somewhere on the back of my mind. So overall, it's been a positive experience. It doesn't quite help because there has been. It's good to meet people. He's helping. Yeah. Because there have been periods I've been feeling extremely suicidal. I think it's not been as bad as when I was like during the months of July and August. But I've been thinking again about planning another suicide attempt. Thinking about when I should do it. And I already got the how down. I'm not sharing that. Yeah, I already know you guys are gonna say like, yeah, you shouldn't do it, but I might do it again because I really want to. I really am convinced that it would be better for the entire world if I'm dead. And one of my greatest wishes next to being born a girl is never being born. Yeah, so next to therapy, I've also got like individual sessions, which helps with some more social things. Do it just like 100 years time. No, how about 100 days? That might be fun. 100 hours. That might be too soon. 3. Was too soon. So yeah, I've individual sessions with someone else too. Those are mostly about one essentially sound like a middle. No, Angel, I will live forever. It's a really bit like it's a bit strange because on the one hand I want to die right away, and on the other hand I want to live forever. You're a little quiet. What? Just turn your volume up. I've got it maxed out. I'm always speaking my microphone. Leave everything no more. Wait. Okay. So I also got individual sessions, which is mostly about social stuff. And I'll get more into that later. I've also been in contact with a psychiatrist. I've started taking another kind of medicine. Right now I have 2 types of medicine. I have a calming medicine, which I should take. Okay, not really following, just speak a little softly. That's just who I am. That's just who I am. Yeah, it is hard to talk about. Yeah, now I have a psychiatrist. I have 2 types of medicine. One is a calming medicine, which I should take if I have a panic attack. I couldn't take it during surgery, sadly. And that's something I should take during those attacks. I also pretty much carry it everywhere I go. Thankfully, I haven't really used it lately. So I guess that's a good sign. I've also got antidepressants nowadays. Escitalopram. Probably doesn't say anything to you. Yeah, started it slowly. And I can't really tell if it's working or not, but I feel like it might be. I did have a scary moment with the medicine. Because during my recovery from getting the wisdom teeth removed, I started developing some yellow spots on my face and my neck, and I read the little paper they always send you with medicine, and like one of the side effects was if you turn yellow and your eyes turn yellow, then you should get in contact with a doctor immediately. So that was quite concerning. Especially since the clinic was closed at the time I wanted to call. Thankfully, when I did talk about them, they said it probably wasn't so severe, and shouldn't worry about it too much. And let me just take a lower check, but I think they're gone now. Yeah, they're absolutely gone right now. So turns out it wasn't much to worry about after all. Hello, Fleur. Glad to see you here. It's got by copper. I have no idea. I know that the problematic part would be if the liver was having some trouble because of the medicine. But like it was spots and the eyes weren't getting yellow. And I think if it was like the entire face yellow and the eyes too, then it would have been liver issues. Sorry, Miss Beginning. Don't worry about it. Just watch the fall. Yeah, that was a bit concerning. So yeah, right now I'm still on the antidepressants. I need to take them daily. We'll see what happens. Still, I'll get therapy for a little while longer, and after that, I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be covered by then. There are also like my psychiatrist is now looking into getting some research done on me if I had a developmental issue, which I can honestly see myself having, because I did have got hiccups. I did have a rather troublesome youth, filled with a lot of neglect, a lot of having to figure out things for myself, a lot of locking myself into forcing myself into being a male, and never really. Antidepressants normally take weeks of work. Yeah, that's true. And like we're getting it slowly, like one drop added every 3 days until 5 drops, which I'm on right now. So yeah, never being able to explore my transgenderism in my youth, despite wanting to wear lovely little skirts since I was at least 13, maybe even earlier. Also, Stream Elements is supposed to send a message sometimes. I'll just send it myself. I'm streaming on YouTube tomorrow. And yeah, a lot of like my friends abandoning me, and this is my family conservative. Nope, my family, like they try to be very supportive of my transgenderism, but my dad especially sometimes fails miserably. He legit, he actually multiple times said I was nothing more than a guy in a dress, and that's really hurtful. I don't know if it's because of my family, like my brother. My brother also, whenever I tried anything new, he'd always criticize me on it, say I'm ugly. My mom, my mom also did some stuff I didn't really want to. Like I always wanted to have long hair, but my mom forced me to sit down and have it chopped down to the millimeter, and that has made me have a severe fear of people touching my hair and going to the barber shop. So I've not gone to the barber shop in years, and I've only really cut myself my own hair sparsely. And I've been thinking about going to the barber, but it's really hard for me. My bro, I have another brother as well, who's been physically violent, picking me up without my consent. even harming me. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but he did physically hurt me in my youth. But my family also tries to be supportive. Go with you to the barber. I'll oh, thank you. I'll keep that in mind. My family has also been quite supportive as well sometimes. Like the brother that always criticized me has been supportive of me lately. They have given me a transgender flag, which I now hang proudly in my bedroom. I was almost going to say sleeping room. Let's just call bedrooms sleeping rooms from now on. um. My dad also tries to like discover what being transgender is, and offers me to go along with him to therapy. Um, so I think my dad is trying to help, but just doesn't know how to handle it, and this has caused him to say some pretty hurtful stuff, unfortunately. Um, since we're on the topic of transgenderism, like I said earlier, the waiting times for gender care is way too long. I've been on the waiting list for probably 2.5 years now. At least 2.25 years. Pretty painful. So if you remember the trans protest chatting stream I did, talked about how I got an email address, and they were supposed to help me get hormones, but it's been hard to get into contact with them. So firstly they seemed to ignore me. So I sent a follow-up email asking them, hey, can you actually help me? And they said they weren't ignoring me and just were a bit busy. They did say, hey, we're available this weekend, which is about 3 weeks ago now, I think. And they said, hey, we'll be available this weekend. So I said, okay, cool. When are you ready? Um, they haven't sent me an email since. I recently sent up a follow-up email, but I don't think they've responded to that one either. So I'm a bit disappointed about this situation, because, well, I thought finally I'd be able to get hormones, but now they're leaving me in the dark about it all. I'm a bit depressed about that too. I'll try to get mine. Yeah, I sent an, oh, it's only yesterday I sent a follow-up email again. But I sent an email 15 October that the next weekend would work, but it's almost been a month since then. So yeah, let's hope they actually respond to the email yesterday. Because if it takes so long, then I don't know what to do. Because if it takes way too long, then I'll get into like the actual gender therapy anyways. So this, on the more positive note, like my house arts or doctor, did say they were going to look into hormones and seeing what they could do. Because this email address also sent me that, hey, just speak to the house arts. They can help. They should be able to help you with it. They are legally allowed to say it, even though the actual gender team says you're not allowed to say those things. And like, yeah, the house arts, of course, is going to be very careful about it. Like I understand it. Like they don't want to be responsible responsible for it, because they're supposed to make sure I'm better, and they can't just write medicine willy nilly. So yeah, I think that's about it for my mental health and my hormonal health. So yeah, in short, attempted suicide but failed, unfortunately. Got into crisis department, which got me into therapy. Now I'm also seeing a psychiatrist and taking antidepressants. And right, there is one last thing I want to talk about, and that's my social health. Because I have a lot of struggle with loneliness and maintaining relationships, and I get extremely jealous easily. I get jealous of people who have friends that want to do stuff with them. I get jealous of other streamers who have large audiences and seem to get all the stuff. I get jealous way too easily. Something I really work on, but it's difficult for me. I might try bring it up during therapy, because I don't think I actually have. Yeah, there's all this stuff, and part of me doesn't really want to talk about it, because I feel like I'm just what we in the Netherlands like to call turning a mosquito into an elephant. Which basically means that it's only really a minor thing, but you're making it out to be this huge thing. Yeah, I'm not going to name names and stuff, but if you know, then you know, and if you don't, then it doesn't really matter, I guess. But yeah, I've been a little bit upset at someone, and I feel like I've been responding negatively to that person, and that's been, and because of that negativity, I've been feeling a lot of guilt and shame directed towards myself. And that's also been quite detrimental to my mental health. So if there's anyone here that's that feel like I have been negative, then I'm very sorry. I'm trying to improve, but it's not going to be easy to improve. I have been doing a lot of introspection and reflecting on the situation lately. Figuring out what went wrong, why I became so upset, and what I can do to prevent becoming so upset in the future. So yeah. Sorry if I've been negative someone. Like I did look back at the messages I sent, and while there were some minor things, I feel like most of it has actually been in my head, and I've not been as bad as I think. Yeah, I'm going to try to not do that more. Came here for a ram meal, so there's no. Okay. So yeah, I have a lot of issues with making connections with people. I have a lot of issues with like building friendships. No, building friendship isn't really the issue. The biggest issues for me are maintaining friendships, because I feel like they easily slip through my fingers, or I do something to mess up and then they all leave me again, or like it's happened a lot in the past that they just stop talking to me after a while. And then I say, I talk to him about it, and I say like, hey, I've been feeling really lonely lately, and I feel like you're not really talking to me. But then they usually just stop talking to me more, and I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to keep friends. That's why I'm so jealous all the time, and so lonely all the time. And it's why I can't make deep connections with people anymore. Or at least it's really difficult for me to make these connections, because I'm always so afraid that they'll leave me again. Ugh. Nearly crying here. I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to ramble about today. I hope you all had a good time. Are there any questions or any comments? Feel free to ask. Yeah, it's still early, so I think we can play a little game after all. Well, people are spending Wednesday evening on the internet, watching a lost little angel. Better off that instead of meeting with people. But you are meeting with people. You're meeting with me, and you're meeting with all the other lovely people in chat. We're all miserable here. Okay, so like most important thing is starting to do the thing. Meeting people on the internet still counts. Yeah, I find it way easier to meet people on the internet. There, like sometimes I do find people like interested in getting to know them better. Okay, have I talked about this? Yeah, I've talked about it. Recently, I went to a convention, and I met a lovely person there, and we hang out for a bit. And I kind of wanted to get to know them more, and maybe hang out after the fair. But I've no way to contact. I think it was a him. I say them. I have no way to contact them anymore, sadly. But on the internet is easier. Yeah, I showed you what I got. Yeah. Part of me wants to show you the cosplay, but I'm not ready to reveal my face yet. So don't tell, keep this a secret, but maybe one day I will. Keep that a secret. Oh, that's a secret between you and me though. Like yeah, I would have liked to get to know them better, but I don't have any way to contact them, unfortunately. And that's how it often goes with meeting people in real life. I said I might, so don't take my word for it. You did say you could maybe blur out your face. Yeah, that's true. If you join the Discord, maybe I will show you someday. Also, be sure to join in the YouTube stream tomorrow. But yeah, it's easier on the internet because then you already have people's contact information usually, unless you're like in a multiplayer lobby. I know I met a you, and well, there has been hardships with streaming. There's one person in particular that has been really toxic lately, and I miss the person that he was before he became so toxic. But I'm not sure if I can ever welcome him back here. And that's mainly because he always that's mainly because he reacts negatively towards me and blames me for everything that's happened. And while I am not proud of everything I've done with regards to him, I don't regret it either. And it's not really possible to go back to the way things were. And there were some other people here that that isn't always rainbows and sunshine. And that I sometimes am upset at, or sometimes feel hurt by. And while I do have a tendency to regret streaming and regret meeting new people. I think overall it's been a good experience for me. And yeah, probably if it wasn't a good experience, I probably would have already quit by now. So I hope you're not upset when I say that sometimes I wish I haven't met anyone here. Just that I'm too afraid to get hurt. I get too jealous too easily, and I get lonely too easily. But I'm glad you're all here because you're all great people. You know that? I hope you all know that. Yeah, thank you everyone for listening to my ramble. Hope you all had a lovely time tonight. Yeah. How about we move on to some games? How is that? How about we move